Good morning, everyone. I welcome all of you to the lecture Decision Support System and Business Intelligence. Today, we are learning strategies of business performance management. In these strategies, we have to ask questions like this: where do we want to go? 90% of the organizations fails to execute their strategies because the strategy gap there the strategy gap, like four sources of the gap between the strategy and executions. If there are the executions and we decided strategy as a manager in business, if there is the gap, then the business may be fail. We can't able to earn the profit as like us. These are the four sources gap between the strategy and execution. First one is the communication, enterprise wide. Second, alignment of the reward and incentives. Communication should be there with the wide enterprises. As we are a production company and we are producing some product, we need some vendor to sell to raw material for our development of the product, as well as we need some seller uh, enterprises, and we should communicate properly with them. Then we will be able to provide appropriate profit. Appropriate communication is required there to get a accurate profit, as well as there need alignment of rewards and incentives. If some of the employee are working very good in our organizations, then for them we have to give the incentives, we have to give award rewards to them. Then they will get motivated and work very well in our company. As the same time, we have to make the alignment in there. Some suppose some people are not working properly, then for work properly, then we have to give the proper timing to them and adjust the employee as they may motivate to work. And also we have to give the training to them, we have to give the incentive to them to motivate the employees. As well as for suppose we want to sell the product, on that product we have to give some discount, some offers with some proper business performance management. And the fourth gap is focus. We have to concentrate on our product, our members, our organization, our company. Concentrate on the core element of the development of the product, as well as concentrate on the core element of the marketing, core element of the resource, human resource. And resources is also there required. If appropriate resources are there in our business, our definitely our product will be good product and our employee will be happy. If there is no resources available to work the peoples, then that will be difficult to work by the employee. So resources are also important. These 4 points we have to keep in mind: communication, alignment of the reward and indications, focus, resources. These are the strategic gap that should not happen in our business to get a success in the business. Operational planning. Now next one is the planning. Proper planning is required for what? How do we get there? How our product will be launched in market, when it will be launched, which people will purchase that product. All planning is required, as well as to develop that product, which raw material we are using, which resources we are using. All these are the in the planning. Operational planning. Operational plan that translate an organization's strategic objective and goals into a set of well defined static and incentive resources requirement and accepted result from some of the future time period, usually a year. So for year, for half month, for month, all we have to plan. All operational objectives we need, all organizations objectives we need, all goals we need. How we will be earn in 1 month, how we will be earn in 6 months, how we will be earn in the 1 year. Similarly, which product we will develop, how much quantity of the product will be developed, how we improve the quality of that product, all there needed, as well as which instrument we will be purchase in the next 3 months, and how much incentive we will give to the employee, which reward we have to give to the employee. All that must be planned, or these 4 points must be planned in this point. And operational planning can be tactic centric, means operational focus, as well as budget centric plan, financial focus, how much invest we in the business, that is also important. This is operational plan, how much money, how much finance, how much capitals we require to develop that such type of products. Is that, suppose we have a sufficient amount, then we will think about the our focus will be on the money, how much money we have, and that much only we will invest into the business. As well as there is another plan, tactical centric, means operational focus, how much money required for that product is not. Product should be good, product quality should be good, therefore we will be manage all the financial resources for develop a exact a good type of a product, a good quality of a product. Plan, how do we get there? Financial planning and budgeting. An organization's strategic objective and key metrics should serve as top-down driver for allocation of an organization's tangible and intangible asset. Organization strategic objectives is required tangible as well as intangible assets. Sometime our profit will be increased, sometime it may be decreased, but we should serve on top down drivers. Uh, uh, we should not suffer by the loss. We should stand in the both the cases. If our business is going towards the down, our business is going upward direction, in that cases our financial and budget and asset should be proper. So we have to also plan that. Resource allocations should be carefully aligned with the organization's strategic objective and tactic in order to achieve strategic success. Resources, how much manpower required, we have to decide very carefully. Which product we want to, which machine we want to buy for develop the product, which software we want to purchase for the our company purpose, that should be very carefully, because this is also affect on the financial planning, this is also affect to on the budget. So according to our budget, according to our finance, we have to manage the business by selecting appropriate resources with carefully. And then the monitor. After planning, monitoring is required. How are we doing? How machines is working? How peoples are working? How payment is going? How products are selling? All these plannings we have to monitor. A comprehensive framework for monitoring performance should address two key issues: what to monitor and how to monitor. These two key issues we have to monitor. What to monitor? Critical success factor. What to monitor is the critical success factor. Strategic goal and target is monitor there. We have suppose 10 goals is going to completed or not. We have to monitor that. And target we have to decide in this month we will be develop near about suppose 50 units. Then is that decided planning is completed or not, that we have to monitor. Suppose we have 50 unit target and we have completed 49 unit, so this we have to track in the monitor. And how to monitor, this is also important. How we will monitor all this tracking, all these resources, all manpower, product development process, operations, budget and finance, all how we are doing. For this, there is a diagnostic control system. For monitoring, diagnostic control system. A cybernetic system that has input, a process for transforming the input into the output, a standard or benchmark again which to compare the output, and a feedback channel to allow information on various between the output and the standard to be communicated and act upon. These all we have to select the feedback, we have to select the input. As input there is output, we have to find again there are some standard or some benchmark which compares the output and the feedback channels. Now we know there are the various benchmarking organization like ISO is there, in academic section NAC is there. Those similar kind of organizations we can use for our product benchmarking purpose. ISI marking we can take on our product for transforming the proper quality of the product, and is that going properly or not. For monitoring that we need some standardization, we need transforming the process input to the output, and we have to take the feedback from various channel. We have to take the feedback from employee, we have to take the feedback from the customer of the buyer of the product, we have to take the feedback from the vendor of the product, and all the stakeholder of the society. From all the channels we will collect the feedback about our product, and this is the monitoring technique. This is the monitoring technique, is our goal is achieving or not. The business strategy, critical performance variables, goal, and input process. Input and then process, all these business strategy will affect their our goals is achieving or not. And critical performance variables, there some variables are there. Suppose in this month only we have the 19 units raw material, but we have the target of 20 units. Then in our this performance various variable will be vary, but our output should not change, our goals should not change. So we have to take care and monitor that is that goal is achieving or not, and getting us a proper output or not. We have to think about that. Monitor how are we doing. There is pitfalls of variance analysis. This is the neural networks model. The vast majority of exceptions analysis focus on negative variance when the functional group or departments fail into meet their target. Rarely are positive variance reviewed for potential opportunities, and rarely does the analysis focus on assumptions underlying the variance pattern. Pitfalls model, the vast majority of the executions analysis focus on the negative variance when the functional group or department fail to meet their target. Then what are the negatives in that? On why our department is failed, why our organization is failed, which are the negative points we can find in the variance with variance model pitfalls variance analysis model we can use to find the negatives into the business, and we can remove that negatives and increase the next performance of the business or organization department will not suffer to the failures. Rarely, a positive variance review for the potential opportunities, and rarely does the analysis focus on assumptions underlying the variance pattern. This is not only based on the negative, but rarely sometime the positive why our business is increase. The positive point is also considered into the pitfall model for analysis purpose, which are the points. Because of these points our business is increase, our business is develop. All this we can think in the pitfalls model, as well as some assumptions is there. We Our goals are there, our objectives are there. Is we have completed our assumptions or not? Even we decided some difficult assumptions that can be analysis with the help of pitfalls of variance. For monitoring purpose, this pitfalls of variance analysis is for monitoring purpose. Monitoring how are we doing, like suppose this is the our target. Okay, this is target and this is validation of the target, and we are this is our output. What if strategy assumptions not operates are wrong? A is suppose input and B is the output, but our output is going in this direction, means it is the negative directions. So this can be analysis with the help of what if strategic assumption analysis. What if analysis we can use into the Excel, into the software model, means not the operation. What if strategic assumptions are wrong? What if strategic assumptions are wrong? To find this we can use like this graph. Act and adjust. What do we need to do differently for working differently? What we have to, what we need, what we have to do? This is the act and adjust. We have to decide first rules, then according to that rules, if that is not appropriate rules for our business purpose, then we have to adjust that rule according to the our business. Success or merely survival depends on new project. Success is depends on new project, because creating new product, entering new market, acquiring new customers or business, or streamlining some processes, we require some vision. We have to think differently. Then we start all these new product, we can start new market, we can find, we can acquire new customers for our business purpose, as well as we can streamline some process, newly process. Most new projects and vendors fail. You know, in Hollywood, there are most of the vendors fail because act and adjust. These models are not used there. The business performance model we have to use into the business to achieve the benefit, to achieve the profit. If not, you know, the Hollywood movies 60% chance of the failure. We already discussed on this point. As well as mergers and acquisitions near about 60% failure, IT projects 70% failure, and only the 30% of the projects are going success because there is not a proper planning. New new food products 80% failure, 20% only the success business in the new product development. New pharmaceuticals product 90% of the there is the chance of the failure, and only the 10% of the pharmaceuticals product get success. These are the some sectors there. Without planning, without act and adjustment, there is the failure. So we have to decide during the new project, creating new product or entering new market or acquiring new customer, we have to think all these the parameters. Act and adjust. What do we need to do differently? Hara and closed loop marketing model we seen in last lecture. In this we have to first define, then campaign, objective and test outcome. First we have to define the objective, campaign, how we will reach to the customer, how we will make the propaganda of our product, our business. This first we have to define. And the test outcome, how much outcome will be there, how much customer will join to our business by this advertisement, or how much quality of the product will increase if we buy this machine, this instrument, or suppose how much unit, product unit we will be create if such type of manpower is there in our business. We have to define the outcome, then execute according to the marketing campaign. We have to execute the planning which we have decided, then track, link transactions. We have to track that if we are doing properly or not. Suppose we have invested to develop a 100 unit in a month, we have to track that is there 100 unit is making or not, or there is any problem to making that. We have purchased the raw material for 100 units, but there is only the 90 unit is coming out in 1 month. Then we have to track that. If that is happening in our business, then definitely our business will be going towards the negative directions in the loss. If we increase or at least we achieve the target, then our business will be stable and our business will be definitely in the profit, will increase the profit. Then evaluate the campaign effectiveness. If we made the campaign, we made some advertisement, we reached the customer, we brought the customer, new customer, what happened by our campaign on the business? Really their customer is buying our product or not? Really that customer is joined to our company? All that we have to evaluate in this Haraj model. Haraj model. And then learn and refine the objectives, learn if there something error. We have made advertise, but that much people is not joined to our product. We have a campaign about our product, but our product is not yet reached into the market. Then we have to redefine the campaign approach. We have to refine this. Act and adjust. What do we need to do differently? The Hackett's group benchmarking result indicate that world-class campaigns. Hackett's group is there, and this group is campaigning the world-class benchmarking result is there. So we can join like this group to campaigning about our company. If our company is new, are significantly more efficient than their peers and the managing cost. By the managing cost, this is somewhat efficient, and focus on operational excellence and experience significantly reduce the rate of employee turnover. We have to focus on operational execution excellence and experience significantly reduce the rate of employee turnover. So focus on their experiences, provide management with the tool and training to the leverage corporate information and to the guide strategic planning, budget and forecasting. We have to provide the proper management, proper training, proper tools, proper software, proper instrument to the proper corporate information, proper guide, and we have to plan properly for proper budget utilization and forecasting. Closely align strategic and tactical plan, enabling the functional areas to contribute more effectively. Closing align strategic and tactical plan, enabling functional area to contribute more effectively. These are the Hackles Group benchmarking results. The performance measure. Performance measurement system. A system that assists manager in tracking the implementation of business strategy by comparing actual results against the strategy goal and the objective, means the performance measure system. To whom this system will help? This system, performance measure system, will help to the manager for tracking the implementation process. Is there properly implementing or not, that this machine is utilizing in our business or not, which is newly built for our business purpose. This product is developed is proper or not. All these we have to think into the performance measurement system. This is happen in performance measurement system to achieve our objective and goal. Comprises systematic comparative methods that indicate process or lack thereof again goals. We have to compare the systematic comparative methods that indicate the processes into the performance measurement. The key performance indicator, KPI, key performance indicator. A KPI represents a strategic objective and metrics that measure the performance against a goal. Which goal we have decided? Compare we can with our goal is our we are developing our product or not. This is compare these two against the goal. Distinguish the feature of the KPIs, key performance indicators. Strategy, target, ranges, encodings, time frames and benchmarks. All these we have to compare these 6 points in this key performance indicator. These are the key performance indicator. 6 points we have to use. The key performance indicator outcomes KPI versus driver KPI. Larging indicator revenue and uh, leading indicator example sale and leads. How much sale we are doing means drivers, and outcome KPI is revenue. How much revenue we have generated in this month, how much profit is there. But driving KPI, how much sales we have done, which strategy we buy this plan. Suppose we have provided discount on this product, then how much unit of product we sell. This is the driving KPI. These are the two major key factors into the performance measurement of the business. Operational area covered by drivers KPIs: customer performance, services performance, sale operations, and sale plan forecasting. These are the operational areas which covered by the driver KPI. By the driver KPI, these 4 points is covered. Means customer performance, how customers are purchasing the product, how about opinion of the customer about our product. Service performance, how the services we are providing to the customer, to the employee, to the company, as well as which services we are taking from the vendor. This is we have to think into the KPI performance indicator. Just a minute. बोला ना सर. Then sale operations. In KPI performance indicator, we think about the sale operations, which discount, reward, or some gift, or some uh, product qualities we are providing in the sale. This is also the operational main area of the driver KPIs, key performance measurement, and sale plan, sale forecast. How we are selling the products. The problem with existing performance measurement systems. There are some problems in the existing performance measurement system. The most popular system is used in some variant of the balance scored, means BSC. Variants of the balance code. Balance code, like 50 to 90% of all companies implement balance code. Balance code we have to use for performance measurement. Is there any problem with the system there? Nowadays the balance code is used, and this is
Hello.
used near about 50 to 90% of all companies. Balance score methodology is a holistic vision of a measurement system, ties to strategic direction of the
Hello,
organization,
sir.
and based on a four perspective view of the world. These are the financial measurements supported by customer, internal, and learning and growth metrics. These 4 points, 4 perspective, are used in the balance code methodology for measure the ties of strategic directions of the organization. Is our organization is going proper direction or not? This is
Hello.
decided in these points. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, my next lecture has already started.
Okay. So we will stop here. If you have any doubt, please ask me question regarding the performance measurement. Otherwise, we will talk in next lecture, and today we will stop here. Okay, thank you for patience listening. Have a nice day. Bye. You can join another lecture. Bye. Have a nice day.